The last time you went to the grocery store, did you have trouble finding something that you've bought for years? Well, you are certainly not alone.
As supply chain issues continue, there is a lot of empty shelves, and that is our top story tonight. Local 5's Mary Sugden joins us with a look at some of the reasons this is happening and what it means for your next shopping trip. Mary.
Samantha and Stephanie, I traveled out to Bondurant and spoke with store managers at Brick Street Market and Cafe. Now, while they're able to keep the essentials on the shelf, they've had to get creative with how they keep other items in stock.
You're making your way through the grocery store, headed for that favorite item, but then a curveball.
Most people wouldn't expect, but there are still items we have trouble getting.
Joe DeSagne at Brick Street Market and Cafe in Bondurant, working to dodge those curveballs and keep shelves stocked.
There are times it's 10, 15, up to sometimes 40% of the things we order don't come in.
He says the essentials like bread, milk, eggs always come in. However, novelty items, things like snacks and candy, as well as a number of brand name items, aren't as reliable.
A lot of times we don't think about the plastic bottles that these products go into, or the plastic bags, or the aluminum cans, or whatever that happens to be. They've also got their own supply chains, and a lot of companies are actually struggling to get the packaging.
Supply chain expert Scott Graw also points to labor shortages and weather events like recent hurricane activity that continue to work against suppliers. But experts are seeing a consumer trend. When there's a hole on the shelf, shoppers aren't giving up.
People have gotten a little bit less brand loyal. People have found out a lot of store brands are just as good as the national brands, and
many times that substitute can be cheaper, which is why experts say this brand disloyalty could stretch long after the pandemic is in the rearview mirror.
The one thing that we've learned over the past 18 months is that there's value in finding a good substitute.
Mary Sugden, Local 5 News, we are Iowa.
And expert Scott Graw telling me the earliest he sees the supply chain strengthening back up is early 2022. But that's a cautious timeline with winter and more hurricane season approaching. So the best advice is to be patient with your store and try to explore a substitute which could be cheaper. In the studio, Mary Sugden, Local 5 News, we are Iowa.
Thank you, Mary. Patience is key there. And among the items stores tell us they're having difficulty in providing all the typical brand names, things like pet foods, candy, juice, and yes, snack foods.